we know that in unsaturated fatty acid there is a presence of at least one double bond. There is presence of at least one double bond. At least one double bond is present. Now, based on the number of double bonds, these unsaturated fatty acids are further divided into two groups. So, if only one double bond is present, we call it as a mono unsaturated fatty acid. The mono, that means only one double bond is there. If more than one double bond is present, we call it as a polyunsaturated fatty acid, and poly means more than one. Polyunsaturated fatty acids. So, we will first look at the monounsaturated fatty acid. We will see its various dietary sources and various examples. Then we will move on to the polyunsaturated fatty acid. So, first let us see about the monounsaturated fatty acid. Its popular short form is MUFA. If you are reading some literature where many a time this short form is used, so don't get confused over there. Its simple meaning is monounsaturated fatty acid, fatty acids having only one double bond. So, let us first look at the certain examples. So, the first example is palmitoleic acid. This palmitoleic acid is 16 carbon long compound. In the previous video, we had seen the shorthand notation technique of various fatty acids. So, in that shorthand notation, we first write the number of carbons, then we write the colon. After colon, we write the number of double bond, and as this is compound which is contained under monounsaturated fatty acid, double bond is 1, and then in the bracket we write the location of double bond. Okay, so here the delta, that means we are counting the carbon number from the COOH side. So, from that side there is a double bond between 9th and 10th carbon, and so we write a lower number, that is delta 9. Okay, so this compound is the palmitoleic acid. The second example is the oleic acid. Now, this oleic acid is the 18 carbon long compound, then we will write colon, then it has one double bond, so we write 1 after colon, and the location of double bond. So, that location is again between 9th and 10th carbon from the carboxylic group side, so we write delta 9. The third example is of the elydic acid. It is of the elydic acid, and in this elydic acid also it is 18 carbon compound having one double bond, and the location of the double bond is delta 9. It is delta 9. So, if you see over here that in case of oleic acid and in case of elydic acid, both shorthand notation is same. That means it looks like that both structure is same, but no, it is not so. In case of this oleic acid, this double bond is in cis configuration. It is in the cis configuration, whereas in case of elydic acid, this double bond is in trans configuration. It is in the trans configuration. Now, what is the meaning of cis configuration? So, whenever double bonds are there and the two opposite groups are in the same direction, we call it as a cis configuration. And when we call something as a trans configuration, when the double bond is there and the opposite groups are on the opposite direction, like one group is on this side and another group is on this side, such type of configuration we call it as a trans configuration. Now, the more information regarding the cis and trans information will be covered in the subsequent lectures. Okay. Now, let us come to the food sources. What are the food sources? What are the food sources of this monounsaturated fatty acid? So, the richest source of monounsaturated fatty acid is the mustard oil. It is the mustard oil, and another source is the rapeseed oil. It is the rapeseed oil. Now, these are the English word, and many students had difficulty in mentioning their name in their local language. So, in Hindi, this mustard means rye. Mustard means rye, that black small seeds are there, that those are the rye, and rapeseed oil is the sarso. So, if you want to look at the picture, see, this is the mustard, and in Hindi it is commonly known as rye, whereas this is the sarso or rapeseed oil, rapeseed rapeseeds are there. So in the common Hindi it is known as sarso. Okay. So now let's look at the polyunsaturated fatty acids. This polyunsaturated fatty acid, as its name suggests, it has more than one double bond, or you can say two or more double bonds are there. Okay. So before we discuss about its various example, first look at their food sources. So the richest source on the first rank, the first richest source of polyunsaturated fatty acid is the safflower oil. It's a safflower oil. And the second richest source of this polyunsaturated fatty acid is sunflower oil. Okay. And the least source of this polyunsaturated fatty acid, the least source or poorest source of polyunsaturated fatty acid is the coconut oil. It is the coconut oil. So these are the important food sources which are frequently asked in the exam, in various entrance exams. So now it's a time to look at the examples of polyunsaturated fatty acid. Remember, in polyunsaturated fatty acid we are going to discuss about the 6 examples. All the 6 examples are very, very important from the exam point of view as well as from your real life importance. Okay. So the first example is linoleic acid. This linoleic acid is the 18 carbon long compound. It is 18 carbon long compound and it has 2 double bonds. So we write colon and then 2. Now what is the location of these double bonds? So both double bonds location is on the 9th and 12th carbon. What does it mean? That means first double bond is between 9th and 10th carbon, and second double bond is between 12th and 13th carbon. Okay. So what is the richest source of linoleic acid? The richest source of linoleic acid is safflower oil. It's a safflower oil. Now what is safflower oil? The saffron has a seeds, and that seeds oil, it is known as safflower oil. Okay. So that is the source of linoleic acid. The second example is the alpha linolenic acid. This alpha linolenic acid is again 18 carbon long compound, but here instead of 2 it has 3 double bonds. So here the level of unsaturation is higher than the linoleic acid. Now what are the locations of all these 3 double bonds? So the first double bond is between 9th and 10th carbon, the second double bond is between 12th and 13th carbon, and the third double bond is between 15th and 16th carbon, and at all the places we write down the lower number. So this alpha linoleic acid, what is the richest source of this alpha linolenic acid? It is a flaxseed oil. It is the flaxseed oil. Now in the common language, in the Hindi, it is also known as alsi. Okay, it is also known as alsi. Okay. The third example is the gamma linolenic acid. The third example is gamma linolenic acid, and this particular polyunsaturated fatty acid is very important one. Its popular short form is GLA. It is known by its short form, that is GLA, that is full form is gamma linolenic acid. Now again this is also 18 carbon long compound. Again it has 3 double bonds. So just like alpha linolenic acid, this gamma linolenic acid is also 18 carbon long and having 3 double bonds. So what are the locations of this all 3 double bonds? So the first location is delta 6, then 9 and then 12. So here you can see there is a slight difference in the location of double bonds, and that's why it's alpha and gamma, the rest name is same. Okay. Now why I said that this is of particular interest and of particular importance, that is because its richest source is the evening primrose oil. It is evening primrose oil and borage oil This both have this evening primrose oil and borage oil. They are used in the fibroadenoma of the breast. They are used in the fibroadenoma of breast. So the patient feels less pain if they are taking gamma linolenic acid then the patients of fibroadenoma of breast feels less pain. Okay, so but there is no any clinical evidence that it actually reduces the pain. The controversy is going on, but yes, it's a trending oil, it's a popular in the market for this purpose. Okay, but still it is not it is in some places it is approved, in some places it is not approved. Okay, what is the next example? The next example is the arachidonic acid. This arachidonic acid is the 20 carbon long compound having 4 double bonds, and the location of the double bonds are delta 5, 8, 11 and 14. Okay, so this is the shorthand technique for the arachidonic acid. The arachidonic acid, it is found in the animal fat. It is found in the animal fat, and actually arachidonic acid is important because it gives rise to a prostaglandin synthesis. Prostaglandins, this compound, these are the local hormone which are synthesized from the arachidonic acid. The next example is of the timnodonic acid. Timnodonic acid, its other name is icosapentaenoic acid. Its other name is icosapentaenoic acid. Its popular short form is EPA. This short form you have to remember, this GLA and then this EPA. Now see, icosa means 20, penta means 5 and enoic means double bond. So it's a 20 carbon long compound having a 5 double bonds. Okay, so its short form is, it's a 20 carbon long compound, then colon, then 5 double bonds. And now what is the location? What are the locations of all these 5 double bonds? So we write delta, then we have 5, 8, 11, 14 and 17. Okay, so these are all the locations of double bond. The next example is the cervonic acid, and its other name is docosahexaenoic acid. Its other name is docosahexaenoic acid, and its popular short form is DHA. Its popular short form is DHA. Now docosa means 22, hexa means 6 and enoic means double bond. So this cervonic acid is again 22 carbon long compound, then colon, then 6 double bond. And what are the locations of this double bond? So we write delta and then we write the locations of all the double bonds. So first location is 4, then 7, then 10, then 13, then 16 and then 19. So there are so many double bonds are there in case of cervonic acid. This cervonic acid and timnodonic acid, this both compound, their richest food source is the fish oil, especially of the small fishes. Okay, so fish oil in the market, fish oil capsules are also available. But remember, the natural food source is always a fish oil, and particularly of the small fish. And apart from fish oil, it is also rich in human milk, or you can say breast milk. So human breast milk is also a richest source of timnodonic acid and cervonic acid. So now I am highlighting these two fatty acids. One is gamma linolenic acid, and cervonic acid. Actually, these two fatty acids are actually popular among the common public, and it is very popular. It is in the trend. The reason is this gamma linolenic acid and cervonic acid both are believed to be used in the brain development. So many pregnant ladies, they take gamma linolenic acid and cervonic acid while they are pregnant, and this is also given to the children, but again their clinical utility is still questionable. Okay, so this was all about polyunsaturated fatty acids. So, with this I complete my discussion about the unsaturated fatty acids.